All right, boys are taking the ice. Got Spring Lake Park, Coon Rapids PWA versus Elk River PWA. Our boys are on the ice. We're waiting for Elk River to take the ice, and we'll get warm-ups under our way. Woohoo! Got a troublemaker picking up mics she doesn't belong picking up. We got to shoo her away, folks. Back to the main screen, so everybody Elk River takes the ice, and our boys are out here, so should have a great matchup. I'm running solo until John Pitzel arrives here from local establishment Boulevard Grill. He's providing them with a little patriotism, or offering him some his hard-earned money. All right, let's go over today's game. Today's matchup, we got Elk River versus Coon Rapids. SLP Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids. Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids is 13-7-0 overall record. Elk River trying to find themselves. They're 3-13-3 overall. District 10 record, we got SLPCR 7-2-0, while Elk River still trying to find their first District 10 win, and they're 0-7-2. District 10 rankings, we're second in District 10 currently. Elk River 6th. Minn Kota rankings, which is the most accurate in-state record rankings, we're ranked 24th. Minn Kota's got Elk River ranked 64th. Youth Hockey Hub, they have us ranked 20th in the state, and Elk River 59th. Goals for SLPCR 68 with a goals against 61. Elk River 64 goals for with goals against at 82 for Elk River. So you can see Elk River's really struggling just to find some team chemistry and get some wins here in the District 10 games. Hoping that they continue to find that difficulty today as we bring our matchup. Take a look at today's lineup. Sorry, I don't know if I have today's lineup loaded. I think this is Champlin's lineup. Yeah, that's Champlin's. We don't want that one. Get back to the matchup stats. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not going to have the lineup for today, but big changes for today's lineup. We have Liam Hamas and Trevor Stone back to full gameplay here as they come off the injury reserve. Trevor Stone with a wrapped pinky finger and a broken finger. Doctor cleared him back to be able to play with it. Liam went to the doctor yesterday and figured out his hand's not broken, and they cleared his ability back to play. So we're going to be back at that. We got about a minute 38 left in this warm-up, and we'll be back with some live District 10 hockey. I got Brandon Kraus over to the side of me. He's going to help out with keeping the scoreboard in your upper left corner going. Get that loaded, and hopefully the rest of the crew and my co-commentator will roll in here shortly, and just in time for hockey to go. It works. Brandon over here testing out the scoring system.
Christmas presents, Mom.
That's one of the drunk Coon Rapids dads. I'm joking. That was totally an Elk River, Dad. "35 seconds left in this warm-up, and we're off to the races." Hopefully you notice an improvement also in the audio quality as we're trying out some brand new expensive mics tonight. All right, and that's going to wrap up our warm-ups for the day, and starting with some live hockey here just momentarily. John's still at the bar. He's providing them with some local establishment money, supporting the local business. Boulevard. You want to be my co-commentator until he arrives? James Ross is shooting me down. You don't have to sit right here, by the way, if you want to sit with them. You can do that from down there. Okay. He's on his way.
Okay. Sounds good.
Boys are getting a little bit of last minute coaching advice. See what coach decides to go for lineup here. Looks like he's going to give Trevor Stone the face-off draw right off the bat. He's got Schulte to his right, Ross to his left, and we got Kraus and Chalstrom out there as your D partners. And we're off. Some SLPCR hockey. Wind goes back to Elk River. Goalie's going to not like what he's seeing there, and he's going to cover right off the draw.
It's not a shot.
No, that was not a shot, but they definitely counted it. We'll take it, though. That's tech. Coon Rapids coming up with that win again in the defensive zone. Elk River going to be able to back it out. I think I said the Coon Rapids. I meant Elk River. Elk River's able to get it out of the zone, but Chalstrom picks it up. He's going to try to hit somebody along the boards. Schulte coming up with this. They feed it to Trevor Stone. Trevor walking around the Elk River player. He throws a backhander. He comes up with a nice save of that goaltender. Kraus able to strip that Elk River player to keep the zone. Elk River able to regain puck possession, but Schulte is able to quickly foil that plan, and he's going to walk it right back in. Takes a shot, gets deflected up above the net. Elk River's going to try to chip it out while we go for a change. They're going to bring it out to center ice, and they're going to just try to dump, and Elk River's going for a change. So our boys drop back, and they grab this puck. Comes out to the neutral ice. Elk River able to re-pick it up. Carlin trying to bring that deep, but loses his footing. Pitzel grabs this. He's going to rush it in deep. He loses an edge. Elk River grabbing it, sending it around, but Carlin grabs it and keeps it in the zone. Pass over to Milic. Milic takes one and shot on goal there. Goalie able to come up with a save on that as Elk River picks it back up, and they're going to bring it back out of the zone. Pass almost fully intercepted by Milic. He's able to get a stick on it, disrupt their play, and he's going to be able to bring it back out of the zone. Elk River grabs it in the neutral zone. They're going to get it back in, but that's going to be offsides. We get a whistle. We're going to have Will Pitzel still in the faceoff dot here with Milic and Graham Gazzoni on his sides. Von Norman and Carlin back there at D. Come up with a clean faceoff win there. Vaughn tries to feed Milic, but it's just out of his reach, and it's going to go back.
For a special guest here.
Oh, he certainly can. I don't know where John is.
It's up to you. I'm always ready to jump in. I'm the other John.
We'll give it 5 more minutes. If he's not here, John is taking over for John.
Hey, I enjoy hockey.
Face-off win goes to Elk River on that one. They're going to dump it back between the boards, back on the boards. Liam Hamas was there to try to disrupt the play. Max Peterson grabs that puck, tries to get it out. Elk River keeps it in the zone. It's going to land on the stick of Jake, and he's going to go for a cover to just disrupt that play. Coaches decided to get some new forwards. Looks like we're going to go back to Isaac Olson is going to be in the face-off dot. We got Stewart out there and Green, and we'll have Max Peterson and Liam Hamas out as the defensive pairing. Elk River coming up with this one. Max is able to chip it out of the zone, but that's going to go too far, and we get a whistle, and we're going to come back down. Isaac Olson again in the faceoff dot, defensive zone draw. Elk River able to come up with this one. Stewart with a great rush and attacking that defenseman, and is able to disrupt their play and bring it into the zone. Pass it over to Green. Green goes over to Isaac Olson. The pass just dribbles through the blue zone. Man, right through the crease, and nobody able to get a hold of that puck. As it comes back out of the zone. Play comes out to the neutral zone. Elk River grabs this up. He tries to throw a shot, but it goes well wide of the net. Max Peterson's grabbing it. Goes to Will Stewart. He's going to bring it back behind the net. He's going to pass it. He hits Isaac Olson, center ice. They're going to bring it in together, but fortunately Elk River able to re-gobble that one back up and bring it back around. Chalstrom fresh off the bench. He tries to feed it back up to his forwards, but unfortunately it bounces off the boards and nobody can get a handle on that one. So Elk River is able to grab possession of it. They're going to bring it back in through the neutral zone. They're coming into their offensive zone, and shot goes wide and goes behind Jake. Jackson Krause offering some good pressure behind the net, keeping that puck from being centered. Chalstrom stepping up and keeping that puck from being able to be passed. Tried to cut out in front of the net. Dangerous play there as it turned it back over to Elk River.
Good to see it. Happy hour.
Jackson Krause coming back up through. He's going to feed it up. Oh, and unfortunately that pass gets stripped. Make sure we're good.
It's free.
We got John Pitzel back in here with me.
Hey, Billy, how are you?
I'm doing good. We got some hockey. I'm fresh back on the ice with Liam, so I'm feeling good.
And we got Stone back too?
We got Stone back. Yeah, we're rolling good. It's an exciting day.
Well, I'm sorry I'm late. Got caught at the boulevard there.
That's all right. I had you.
So what did I miss here?
Oh, well, you walked in just in time. Ross goes cross ice over to Schulte. Schulte hits his mark and buries that one. We go up 1-0. You haven't missed a ton of action. Matter of fact, we've been playing a little bit back and forth, a little bit of sloppy play and not getting possession. But that was an amazing play to watch.
I mean, that's a little bit more.
John, I like this. You should come back more often from the bar.
This is in line with our expectation. I thought we would come out flying, and I'm glad to see the boys are getting on the board here.
A little rusty. It's starting off, but Elk River grabbing this in the neutral zone. They're going to dump it deep. Goes back. Jake grabs it and stops it. Von Norman's going to grab it. He's going to throw it around the rest of the boards. Battling along the boards here. Von goes down. Elk River doing a good job battling along their blue line, and they lose it, I think, in the benches here. We get a whistle. No, you haven't missed much action.
So what kind of matchup do we have here? Did you run through that?
I did, yeah. Elk River's really struggling right now to find themselves. They're 0-7-2 in District 10. Not doing well at all. They've only got 3 wins total on their season. So just not doing well. They're looking for their first win in District 10, so Currently, they're ranked 6th in District 10. We're 2nd. Andover still leading us, but only by a point or 2. Oh, Vaughn with a big hit there. Jake comes up with and they're calling that a goal. It sneaks in, yep. Just like that, Elk River ties this one up.
Well, sometimes those tough angle ones are tough. Short angle ones are tough, and that one just snuck in on the short side on Jake. But.
Well, 1-1. Still got 9 minutes and 42 seconds still in the first period here. Shots on goal are 5-2. Brandon Kraus is doing a terrible job with the shots on goal down here. Elk River walking it in, but gets intercepted right away by Isaac Olson as they cross the blue line. Fortunately, he tries to cut up the middle and doesn't get very far. Stu steps back, grabs this. He comes over, explosive, drives it into the zone. He goes wide, cutting behind the net. Battle along the back of the boards. Fortunately, Elk River comes up with this one, and we can't hold the zone. Isaac Olson grabs this. Oh, and he runs into traffic there, but he's able to feed it up to Stewart. Stewart throws it on net and finds the corner, and we go back up. Did it deflect? Either way, I like it.
Well, that looked like a snipe to me.
I'm going to go with a snipe.
When he chooses the opposite corner and decides to go across his body on that one, there's nothing stopping him. There is nothing stopping him. Great shot. Let's get back on top here. Stay on top. All right, boys. Keep the momentum.
That's what I like to see. You know, we got to throw those pucks on net, and it's going to result in our goals. Isaac Olson trying to win it forward there. It goes back to Elk River, though, and they're going to bring it back into their zone. They're going to chip it back out, come up through the neutral zone. They're going to dump it in. Goes behind our goaltender. Jake's going to step up and stop the progression. Fortunately, Max doesn't have a lot of help there as Liam was a little late to get back there. Liam's going to pick it up. He's going to feed it perfectly up to Schulte. Schulte goes over to Olson. Fortunately, it was just out of his reach. Boys battling behind the net. Isaac Olson trying to get possession. Elk River is able to chip it around the board. Liam stepping up to hold the zone. Isaac out front. He gets one right over to, who is that? Is that Will Pitzel?
Great save by the Elk River goalie.
I got to remember my glasses, I think, John. Those names are awfully small on the back of the jerseys.
You're getting older. You're getting older. You got to grab those glasses.
Oh, great read by Kraus coming off the bench here. Oh, and just like that, Kraus intercepts a clearing attempt by Elk River, catches it mid-ice. He feeds it to Stone. Stone walks it in and gets it right to Schulte on the back door. And just like that, we got a 3-1 game.
That's what we like to see out of these boys. That's our expectation. They're playing great, communicating, moving the puck, and that's how you put goals on the board.
Stone taking the face-off draw. He wins it forward to Schulte. Schulte brings it in, takes a shot, goes off the pad of the goaltender. Elk River's bringing it back out, but they try to pass it. It goes too far, hits Chalstrom. Chalstrom's able to feed it back up the boards. Elk River able to regain possession and bring it back in. RD do a good job at shutting it down. Kraus stepping back to try to defend. Pushes them to the boards. Elk River doing everything they can to try to keep possession of that, but they just couldn't get a hold of it. Stone's going to bring it back in. River doing a nice job pressuring just over the blue line. Kraus with a shot from the blue line, but the goalie sees it all the way, and he's going to hold on to that, and we'll get a whistle. That was a late whistle. I think he thought he was going to drop it or something there.
Well, what's the injury reports? We got Liam and Stone back. How are those boys feeling? Did you get to see them before the game?
Yeah, well, I didn't get to see. Obviously, I saw Liam before the game. Liam went to the doctor the other day, and I think he kind of faked it a little bit and told him it hurted way less than what it did with his
You're
hand.
such a cynical dad.
Well, I happen to know him, and but I'll take it. He hammed it up, and the doctor said, yep, he could play again, so I was happy about that myself. And then Stone, it sounds like they taped up his fingers so that he can get it into a hockey glove.
Okay.
Because it's a pinky injury.
He's a player. He wants to play.
Yeah, they want to play. Boys doing a good job at holding the zone here for a little bit there. Unfortunately, Elk River able to finally come up with it. They're going to walk it in. They try to go wide. Von Norman steps in and disrupts that play. Unfortunately, the bounce goes over to the Elk River player that takes a shot. Jake with a great save. Elk River trying to center it, but nobody's home. Graham Gazzoni grabbing it and chips it out of the zone. Elk River grabs it, but it goes off the skate of Milich. Elk River still able to get possession and a shot from a far out angle. And
they're going to have to do more than that.
Yeah,
I mean, top of the circle, shot right to the chest. That's not going in on Jake. They're going to have to figure something out.
They're going to need a lot better.
I like where we're sitting, though. 3-1, 6 minutes left in the first. We're in command of this one.
What do we got in faceoff dot? It looks like Isaac Olson's back in there. He's going to win it back. Elk River aggressively dropping back as Liam tries to step up. River's going to try to bring it back behind the net. They're going to pass it out to the point. Oh, and almost intercepted there. Tipped wide. Elk River throwing it back out in front. Defenseman hits it, but it tries to get a shot, but it hits off the shin pads of Stu. Stewart trying to bring it in. Isaac comes in and able to grab it. He takes a shot, but it hits a player in front. Puck comes back to Liam. He's going to go back over and feed Isaac or Stewart. Stewart's going to go to Isaac Olson in the middle ice. He throws one on net, but goalie's able to come a save. Green goes over to Max. Max throws it into the corner. Elk River first there to get it. They go cross ice, and they're able to get it out of the zone. Max Peterson too fast for them, though, and he's able to quickly grab a hold of this. Oh, and just like that, Schulte off the ice. He feeds Green as they bring it back into the zone. Elk River able to chip it back out, though. Oh, Elk River quick to it, but Liam quickly gets the angle on them and forces them to the outside. Not able to get possession of that.
Great play by Liam on a guy twice his size.
Yeah, literally twice his size. I like to see that. Here comes JoJo Ross. He feeds Stone right in the middle. Stone trying to go across ice over to Schulte. Just can't get through that Elk River player, and Elk River's going to bring it back in. This kid's got some speed, and he throws it right out in front. One-timer attempt, but they whiffed on that one, and we got lucky. Stone comes in. He tries to toe drag right in the middle of the ice. Unfortunately, that ain't going to work. Kraus grabs it and throws it back in the zone, but that's going to be offsides. And it looks like we're going to come back down over here, as they're going to call that an intentional offsides.
They're going to bring that back our way.
Yep. Coming back all the way back into our zone.
You'd like to see him on those offensive drives, drive the puck outside. I mean, trying to force it in the middle of the ice at the blue line, it just doesn't work.
No, it doesn't, especially at this age now. That's kind of squirt hockey, and boys will start to learn that, I think, as they get older. And Elk River coming up with this win. They throw one, goes wide of the net. They're in a weak backhand attempt. Kraus grabs it. He's going to feed it over to his winger, Graham Gazzoni. Graham tries to feed Milich, but he had a bouncing puck. Graham Gazzoni back on it over on the corner here as Elk River grabs it. Gets a good stick on it. Kraus stepping up again to defend. Milich drops back to pass it. He's going to hit Chalstrom. Chalstrom feeds it over to Will Pitzel. Elk River just able to get there and get a stick on it there and hold their zone. Chalstrom chips it out into the neutral ice. Oh, and Elk River's able to dump it into our zone. Kraus comes back. Both of the boys trying to battle there behind there. Elk River comes up with it. They try to center it. Pounce is still loose. Ref thought he had it, but it was loose out in front. But ref was behind the play and thought Jake had it covered, and he blows the whistle dead.
You got to get that offensive, that neutral zone possession. Once you get the puck out to the neutral zone, you got to gain possession and start to move it up ice. You got to get vertical.
Well, you got Isaac Olson's line out there with Stewart and Green. Vaughn gets this win right off the draw here. He's going to chip it out. He feeds it up to Green. It's going to go the distance of the ice, but it's tipped by the boys, so no icing's called. Elk River grabs this puck, though, and is able to bring it back in through the neutral zone. Bring it in. He tries to center it. Just couldn't find his man. Again, centering it, and a nice shot.
Great save.
Jake coming up
Oswald.
huge. Sliding across his crease. Reads it all the way and
Little
shuts
lapse
him down.
in D-zone coverage there, but they got their man between the pipes to keep hold down the fort.
I don't know who's on the music tonight, but I'm not a fan of the music they're playing down there, Jeff and Brock.
What is this?
I don't know what that is.
I've never even heard this song.
Like, what is going on in the box down there?
It is volunteers. I mean,
It
you gotta
is,
take
but-
what you can get.
I would expect more out of the dads sitting down there, Max Peterson and Brock Norman down there.
I mean, is it Jeff? Is Jeff the one picking the music?
I'm going to zoom in on them, and we're going to shame them
Come on,
publicly.
Jeff. I mean, whatever that was.
There they are. That manly mustache on Brock, too. I mean, you'd think it'd be better music selection.
Well, hopefully they're watching and they'll tune this up a little bit.
No, they changed it a little bit after this one, but all right, we come up with this win. JoJo Ross brings it in. He's going to dump it in deep into the zone. Goes behind the net. Schulte there to pressure. He's able to come up with it. Schulte continuing to battle. Elk River doing a nice job disrupting his ability to play. Stone comes up, grabs a hold of it. He's maintaining possession of this. JoJo Ross steps up to pressure. He's going to send it around the board. That's going to land up on the stick of Schulte. Elk River tries to clear it. Oh, Von Norman takes a shot and it gets tipped, almost goes in. I don't know how that didn't go in. That was a dangerous play for Elk River there as Vaughn threw a great puck on net. Oh, let's see what happens here. The boys fumbled that puck. Some action right out in front there.
Well, they managed to clear the net there.
Man,
That was good.
Way too much action in front there, but Jake had it. And puck goes around the back of the net. JoJo Ross is first to it. He gets it back to Liam. Liam tries to feed it back to JoJo Ross, and Elk River comes up with this and is able to clear the zone. Max and Liam getting back. It looks like Liam's going to grab this puck. Oh, and Elk River throwing a body back there. They're playing physical. Liam's able to come up with his win. He's going to clear it around the boards. I'm actually kind of surprised it's the physical play than lack of calls here. There's been some big hits both sides, but Elk River is going to pass it out. They get it out of the zone, and they dump it back in. And now we get a penalty called. It's going to be against us. I don't know who. I missed it. I wasn't watching, but Schulte hits a Elk River player, and he's going to go to the box. But I'll tell you what, after some of the hits back here,
Well, surprised to see a call on that hit. You know, it's been pretty physical so far. We haven't seen a penalty yet.
we're going to have our first penalty kill, 5-on-4 for 1:30. And they got 32 seconds left in this first period, so hopefully that'll give the boys a little bit of a break and keep it out of the back of the net. Elk River's putting their biggest boys out, it looks like. Looks like you got Will Pitzel, Graham Gazzoni, Liam Hamas, and Max Peterson out there on the PK for the first line. Elk River coming up with a win, a face-off draw. Shot on goal, but it goes right into the belly of Jake, and he's got an easy save on that one.
We got to win those face-off draws. We need possession, especially on the PK. Will's got to figure something out here. He's got to go to his backhand. He can't go to his forehand.
There he wins one, and he must have heard you from up here. Max clears the zone, it lands on net, and Graham is quick on the heels of the Elk River player, and the goalie's forced to cover it, so we'll actually get an offensive zone.
We'll take the offensive zone face-off.
Yeah, we'll
this
take
isn't bad. We'll take it down there. We win the draw here, and let's get a shorty.
Coach is going to leave the same lineup out there. Elk River comes up with it. They ring it around the net. See what they can do. Liam pinches up to try to hold the zone. Not able to get there, though. Weird bounce. I don't know what happened there. Graham gets it, throws one. It doesn't land on net. Liam deep in the zone trying to keep the pressure. And we get a buzzer to end the period.
You know, that's an interesting period. We're on top on the scoreboard, but it was more back and forth than what I kind of thought, and there was a little more pressure in our zone than I would have expected. So hopefully the boys here regroup in between periods, and let's get locked in on some great offensive plays and start to bury the puck.
Let's look at some of the stats here from Elk River, and us kind of highlighted this beginning game. We got 98 goals. Actually, now we're over 100 goals for. We're at 101 goals for with the 3 goals that we scored today. Elk River's only got 47 if you include today's goal. So they're struggling, and goals against are 60, well, it'd be 61 or 62 now against us. And Elk River's 85 if you include today's game. So I would agree we should be doing a lot better at this point in this game. And
so walk me through D10. Like, how close are we to Andover? And you know,
we're only, as I saw the other day, we are only 1 game or 1 point behind Andover, I believe, on District 10. Matter of fact, I probably have it up on my phone still here.
We've done a good job of staying out of the box since we lost our last fair play point.
Oh yeah. Oh, I take that back. Andover's got 11 games played though, and we only have 9. They have 28 points and we have 22 points. Anoka has got 21 points. Elk River's going to bring that in their zone. They throw it out in front. Jake's able to get a cover on that one.
So you've gone away from the X spot. You're not a fan of the X spot.
You know what? For my daughter's games, the left to right action's a lot slower, so it keeps up. But until they update their firmware and it wants to track it better, I'm going to do it manually because it just doesn't track it fast enough. This gimbal does a nice job keeping it stable and allowing me to track back and forth. Oh, and Elk River squeaks one by, and we're
just a breakdown in D-zone coverage. I mean, that was not a very sexy box. It looked like a folded down box, and that created some space and opportunities for Elk River to bury one.
Yep, they were able to squeak one through. I believe they got a 5-hole there. They just beat Jake on closing his 5-hole. It looked like there.
No, we can't have those guys in the middle. They got to be tied up. You got to get a stick under them in front of the net.
We come up with this win, but Elk River is able to quickly get to it. Vaughn there to pick this one up. Stewart grabs it in the neutral zone. He's coming through with quick feet here. He gets it chipped into the corner. Carlin's stepping up, trying to hold the zone, and unfortunately, it just gets out of the zone, and we'll get a neutral zone face-off.
That's just got to stay in the zone. You got to be 3 inches closer, and that has to stay in. Now we got a neutral zone face-off, and who knows which way it goes.
Isaac Olson in the face-off dot. He's got Will Stewart, and it looks like Green there on his left wing. We're going to come up with this, and they're going to bring it into the zone. Elk River doing a nice job defending, and they're able to chip it back out. Von Norman grabs this, but fans on the attempt to pass it into the zone. And we're going to bring it back in offsides and get another whistle.
Just kind of a bunch of neutral zone noise here.
Again, our neutral zone play is our weakest part of our game, in my opinion. We really struggle in the neutral zone and making plays through that neutral zone, and it depends on where we lose the puck the most. Right as we cross that blue line or any time in the neutral zone, we really struggle. Elk River grabbing it in the neutral zone again. Carlin dropping back, does a nice job picking it up. He's going to bring it back behind Jake. They get it back around the net. Puck bounces out from the corner. It goes over to behind the net. Von Norman there to battle for it. Vaughn chips it on the backhand, and that was a nice play by Vaughn. He got it over to Green, who gets it to Isaac Olson. He's going to rush it up the middle of the ice. He drops it back to Stewart. Oh, and Stu just can't handle it through there. So Elk River's able to get it back, and they're going to bring it back over. We got 2 fresh D, Max and Liam on the ice. Shot from the blue line, basically, and Jake's able to get a good save. He doesn't like what he sees, so he covers.
You know, I don't mind that. Take the whistle.
Yeah, I would agree.
Reset the deck here. Let's get some fresh feet out there and see what happens.
Looks like we got Stones lying back out there with Max Peterson. Drops it back to Liam. Liam tries to ring it around the boards, but can't make it out. Elk River comes up with it against a shot on goal. Flecked to the other side by Jake. Elk River playing a very physical game today as they're doing a good job at battling us, knocking us off the puck. JoJo Ross here back in the corner. He's going to dump it behind the goalie. It bounces back off. Max Peterson feeds it up to Schulte. He's going to get the Stone. Stone comes in, toe drags, but gets knocked off the puck by Elk River and slides into the goaltender, and he's going to cover.
That is a great use of angling and hips at Pee-wees by Elk River.
That is.
Stone made a great play, and that was just a great defensive play. Hey, keep working, boys. Let's keep working our way towards the net here.
We come up with this face-off win. Schulte takes a shot from the point. We're going to dump it in deep. It goes behind the boards. Liam Hamas back there to battle.
Is Hamas playing forward?
Well, so on that play, they have Schulte and Liam switch the plays so that if the one-timer comes up off the face-off, they can have Schulte rip it.
I like him down low.
So they got some
Put
strategy.
Put the grinder down low and let's get the puck.
Stone gets this as he brings it back in. Unfortunately, he loses a handle on it. Elk River is able to come back up with this. And suddenly Elk River back on the rush. They're just going to dump it in deep. They go for a line change. Liam grabs it behind the play. Tries to hit his winger, but unfortunately it's intercepted by an Elk River play. I'd like to see Liam read that play a little bit better and understand that was going to get intercepted. And we're getting a whistle for a penalty. Looks like somebody's going for a slash, maybe? Is that Liam? Yeah, Liam's going to go for a slash, it looks like.
No, we got to stay out of the box.
Yep.
I mean, this is not the kind of game we need to be in the box. We need to stay out of the box and control the puck here.
$11:18 left in the second period, 3-2. Come up with that win. Will Pitzel comes back. It goes back to Kraus. Kraus grabs it. Battling amongst Elk River. Elk River is trying to throw it out front. Max Peterson with a great stick and able to chip it back out. Will Pitzel comes up with this through the neutral zone. And we end up off sides, unfortunately.
Oh, Jeff's bringing the heat now. I mean, I don't mind this one. Here we go, back to the 80s.
Will Pitzel's still out there. We got Drew Milich on his left wing here. Jackson Kraus and Max Peterson out here as your defensive pairing. Max grabs it. He's going to dump it back up the near side boards. Elk River coming up with that. Elk River brings it in off sides, and we get a whistle. Got 1 minute, 1 second left of this penalty kill. Elk River doing a good job at coming back. 14 shots on goal to 11 now, so definitely doing a much better job than I think the boys anticipated on pressuring us. Elk River brings it into the zone. Gets intercepted though right away by our boys, and Max Peterson's going to rush it into the zone. He's going to try to feed Drew Milich. He gets it over to him. Drew buries it. What a play. Max Peterson brings it in. His first attempt to slide it over doesn't make it. He stays with the puck and able to feed Drew on the back door, and Drew takes his second to pick his spot and buries it.
Great unselfish play by Peterson, continuously working hard to find his way to the middle of the net. and Milich buries it. Let's keep rolling.
Good shorty. We'll take those all day long. Oh, and Elk River coming in off sides, luckily there, as they had a 2-on-1 rush.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
they're going to put a guy in the box here for Elk River.
River's going to the box, and we're going to have some 4-on-4 hockey here for the next 39 seconds. 10 minutes and 26 seconds left of this game, or the second period. Drew Milich taking that face-off. He comes up with it. Jackson Krause trying to get it over to Chalstrom. Unfortunately, he was on his backhand, and the puck was slow to get over there. Chalstrom gets a shot off goal, or shot, but it goes wide. They're going to dump it in. Drew Milich grabs it again. He's looking. He feeds Chalstrom at the point. He's going to rip a slap shot. Hits a player, though, in front. Graham Gazzoni trying to pressure to keep that zone pressure, but unfortunately they can't maintain, and Elk River gets it out. Goes back behind our net. Elk River comes up with that puck as they strip us behind our net. They try to bring it up the middle, but our boys do a nice job as boys are fresh off the ice, and we're going to get another penalty for too many men.
Too many men on that one.
Liam came flying out of the box, and Isaac Olsen came out of the box and off the bench, and miscommunication. And Liam's right back in the box because he didn't listen to his coaches, I'm sure. Dumb play by Liam, not communicating. And we're back on the PK. Not a good start to his coming back after missing 2 games.
It's tough. I get it's a high-intensity game, but you have to have communication with the guys in the box on who's coming and who's going, and you got to understand what's going on. That was an easy one for the refs to spot, and unfortunately now we're down 1 here. Well, we're 4-on-4 for 47 seconds.
Yeah. Isaac Olsen coming up with this face-off win. He's going to feed it over to Stewart. They bring it into the zone. Short-handed here. Elk River ringing around the boards, but Von Norman's there to hold the zone. He takes a shot and a tip.
Yeah, good play
by
there.
Isaac Olsen there.
Good play there. Shut down by the Elk River goalie, but pull one on goal. Got a good tip on it. Keep doing that, boys.
Elk River coming up with his face-off win. We're going to try to get it out of the zone. Vaughn sees it all the way, takes a shot, gets deflected, hits the netting. I know. You just got to keep tapping the screen. And Isaac Olsen still in the face-off circle here. He's going to keep it in the zone. He wins it to himself. He's going to feed it back over to Vaughn. Vaughn brings it in and muscles it, and he buries it. Vaughn paints the corner. Beautiful play by Von Norman.
That is a great walk. Walked that thing in. He saw it all the way. He put it basically bar down.
That was awesome.
That's a great shot.
He had a bunch of players' sticks trying to whack that thing away, and he just used his muscle to walk right around all those kids. And
I mean, he must get that agility from his mother. It definitely doesn't come from his father.
The hair on his back later on will come from his father. We come up with that face-off win as it goes over to Carlin. Carlin tries to get it up. Fortunately, it doesn't pan out. Penalty expiring for Elk River as they're back to full strength. We got 40 seconds left of a penalty kill here. Stewart grabs this puck behind the boards, or behind the net, goes to Von Norman. Von with another shot, goes off the pad of the goalie. Isaac picking this up. He tries to throw it out front. Von again collides to somebody in mid-ice. Green keeps it in the zone, tries to feed it back over to Von. Von doing a great job this game on battling and keeping this. Come on! And we finally get a call.
Elk River's going to go to the box for this one. Oh my gosh, that's on Norman?
They're calling Von Norman?
I can't believe that.
I don't know what these refs have been drinking, but...
Well, they obviously weren't at Boulevard because we're all happy after that one.
Must have been coming from that VFW.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm only kidding, John. For any D10 officials, calm down. We got 7 minutes or 7 seconds of a 5-on-3 here as Liam's penalty is about to expire. Elk River gets possession of this. They throw one, but Jake reads it all the way and is able to glove that down. And we are now 5-on-4 as Liam's penalty expires. They're going to throw Schulte out on the ice. Stone comes up with that face-off win. It goes over to Chalstrom. Chalstrom rings it around the boards. It's going to go all the way around. Schulte's fast, and he's going to beat it over. He tries to feed the middle. Oh, and he gets it again over to Stone. Stone, great play by the boys here. Oh, and the puck bounces back out. Peterson not able to hold the zone. Able to get back, though, and hold the center and able to disrupt their play. Shot by Elk River goes wide and high of the net. Stone's able to chip it out of the zone. Schulte there to have for some pressure. River just throwing it back out. They're going to come back in. Going to drop it to his D. Oh, and Schulte with a great stick to disrupt that play. Schulte grabs a hold of this. He's coming in, fighting through a bunch of traffic.
That was 1-on-5.
Yeah, and he almost made it all the way through. Max with a backhander to keep it in. It goes off the body of an Elk River player. He picks it back up, dumps it in again. Schulte battling into the corner. He's got 3 Elk River players on him. They finally come up with it. And we killed our penalty as Vaughn gets back out of the boards. Puck comes in. Max grabs this and brings it around the back of the net. He's going to chip it out to Drew. Drew throws it over to Stone. Stone grabs this and neutralized. He's got Graham Gazzoni with him. He chips it over to Gazzoni. Gazzoni in the corner. Hitzel fresh out of off the bench. He's going to grab that in the neutral zone. He's going to dump it in deep. Puck comes out. It's going to go the distance of the ice. And we'll get an icing. I think Coach Rob is yelling, "We've got enough penalties," so I think he's trying to keep them from going to the box.
Yeah, we'd like to see him a little more aggressive on that forecheck. That last forecheck was a little timid. We need those first 2 guys on the puck.
Will Pitzel is going to take this face-off. He's got Graham Gazzoni and Drew Milich as his wingers. Elk River comes up with this face-off win. They ring it around the boards. Liam's there to try to hold it. Oh, the bounce goes back over to Elk River. Boys pick it up along the near side boards. Elk River's able to grab a hold of it again, though, and get it out. Elk River's able to chip it into our zone. It's going to go to the distance of the ice to Jake, and it lands on his stick. He decides to cover, and he just adjusts the shots on goal, by the way. Yeah. Jackson and Liam behind the net. A little miscommunication there and not knowing on who's going to grab it there. Puck goes behind the net. Graham Gazzoni picks it up and tries to get it out of the zone, but unfortunately doesn't clear the defensemen, and they get it back deep. River doing a good job at battling. This line's not finding the men in the chemistry they're looking for. Drew grabs it, tries to puck handle around it. Unfortunately, he loses the handle of the puck. Puck comes back out. Liam gets beat, unfortunately, on that one, and Elk River brings it back in, and River again with another shot there, and Jake doing a good job at holding his position. Elk River keeps possession of this, and they're battling out in front. Goes back behind our net. Liam stepping back there to battle. Will Pitzel supporting. Elk River comes up with it. They need a line change at this point bad. So Elk River brings it back over, and they throw it back out in front. We need a cover. Jake's able to get that finally. Too much pressure there in that zone for that line there.
It's that same line, just, I don't know if they're not clicking on all cylinders or what's going on, but we give up a lot of offensive opportunities with that group.
A lot of pressure, and now they're going to send Will Pitzel to the box. So we're going to go back down again. 5-on-4 hockey here. For a cross check, it looks like he just...
Was that behind the whistle? Or
I think it was right out in front here at the very end of the whistle there, yeah. Will Stewart picks up this face-off draw. He loses it to Elk River. Bond doing a great job at pinning the Elk River player and able to keep the puck from going to them. Tries to clear the zone, but Elk River able to hold it. Shot gets deflected out in front. That lands on Green's stick, and he tries to pass and connect with Stewart. Unfortunately, it was just out of his reach. And Elk River's going to bring it back in offsides.
And here we are on the penalty kill again. I mean, we got to stay out of the box. I mean, this is...
Minute 6 left of this penalty with 3:55 left in the second period. Battle on the near side boards here. So Elk River grabs a hold of it. They're going to be able to chip it into the zone, but that lands on Vaughn's stick, and he's going to clear it the length of the ice, and that's going to land on net. And this goalie's going to hold it. I don't know why they didn't blow the whistle there. He was covering, and kind of would have liked to see Green there pressure that goalie, and it would have forced the whistle. The goalie eventually let it up there, and Elk River takes a shot from the point. Jake sees it all the way and covers here, or is able to hold on to that one, and we get a whistle with 23 seconds left.
Well, this is pretty ugly. This is pretty ugly. These boys have got to get something going here. They got to start talking. They got to start moving the puck.
Yeah, they definitely don't seem like they're clicking tonight. It doesn't seem like they're firing in all cylinders.
Not at the same pace we've seen before out of these boys.
Elk River gets it behind our net. They're looking for passing options as Max Peterson steps up to pressure. He's going to throw it to the boards. Isaac Olsen goes down in the corner here, but he's able to get it back up and regroup and grab this puck. He's going to bring it right in. He's going to try to split the D, though, and unfortunately it doesn't make it far. Max Peterson steps up to hold the zone. Max again holds the zone, and he tries to throw one on net, but it goes just wide. Elk River finally able to grab this, but again, Isaac Olsen stepping up, and we're back to 5-on-5 hockey now. Isaac coming through the back of the zone here. Coach is yelling at Isaac, I think, to get a change. Isaac throws one right out in front. Fortunately, just nobody could get their stick on that one. That would have been a nice little goal. Oh, good read by JoJo Ross as he intercepts a pass, and he's going to bring it back into the zone. Trevor Stolen coming back there with some speed. He's coming back around the back of the net. Max Peterson steps up and holds that zone. Nice read by Max. Elk River's going to bring it around the backside of the net and ring it around, and that's going to finally chip out. Elk River is going to come up. And boys, dangerous play there. Almost resulted in a breakaway. JoJo Ross tries to feed it back over to Stone, but Elk River's there to intercept, and it lands right out in front. Elk River goalie going to cover for a whistle with 1:28 left in the second.
Yeah. We're just missing the passes. We're not quite connecting. They got to start to get into a rhythm here and start to put a few more on the board.
come up with that face-off draw. Max tries to throw one on net. It gets deflected and goes wide. Max holds the line here. He gets it back over to Schulte. Max going to step back up, throws another shot, but it goes just wide of the net. JoJo Ross grabs it. He holds it by throwing it over to Stone. Oh, and Elk River finally able to get it by Liam there at the blue line. You got to hold those lines there, but it goes the full length of the ice, so we'll get a whistle and it'll come back down. Coach is going to use this as an opportunity to get some fresh legs out on the ice. River gets it. They throw it back behind their goalie. It goes around the side of the boards. Chalstrom there to step up to hold the zone. Will Pitzel stepping in to support. Able to keep the zone. Gazzoni back into the corner with Will Pitzel. Refs yelling at him to play it as they're all bunched up there. Will Pitzel comes up with this. He's going to bring it back behind the net. He's going to feed it back over to Kraus. Kraus is going to take a shot. It hits a player up front. And unfortunately, that bounce goes back over to Elk River. Drew doing a nice job reading it, though. Keeps the zone. Will Pitzel comes up with that. He's going to throw it right through the crease. Fortunately, nobody there to connect to. And Elk River clears the zone, and it comes back out to the neutral ice. Collision by Kraus, but
that kid took a run at Kraus.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, that...
I don't know how they're not calling some of these, but
I don't like that one at all. That's not a good. It doesn't matter if you actually hit the guy or not. If you take 3 strides at him, that's a penalty.
Yeah, I would agree. This game is going to be a physical third, I feel like, unless these refs can get this under control. But they got to call it evenly. He did. Well, that kid took a bunch of strides. It looked like to purposely hit him, but refs didn't see it from their angle, so
it's really hard. This number 80 Zebra, I like this guy. He's a nice guy. He's an old guy. He's been around a long time. He makes a lot of sense when he makes decisions, but I don't know if he's seeing the ice.
Well, I'm struggling too with the players' numbers at times, so I can feel their pain.
Well, tonight with the boys, I just don't. It's not the same level of intensity that we've seen in prior games. And
I feel like a huge change in the intensity of the boys. It's 5-2 only. I feel like this game should be really lopsided in our favor. We only have 22 shots on goal. They have 21. Going into the third, hopefully these boys can turn it up a little bit. Hopefully the coach just had some good words for them. And Isaac Olson coming up with this one.
Shabuzi by Jeff there in between periods.
Stewart brings it in. He's going to throw it on net. Goalie gets his stick on it and bring it behind the net. Isaac's grabbed it out in front. Throws it again. A stick save. Elk River getting out of the zone. That's going to go back to our D. Carlin feeds it over to Green. Green trying to feed it up, but fortunately not far enough, and Elk River able to grab it. Von Norman using his body to muscle his way through there. Elk River coming back through. A big fan on that shot. I'm sure Von felt the air from his stick as he whipped on that pass or that shot attempt. Von picks it up. He's trying to hit his winger on the corner, but it bounces out. Elk River picks it back up in the neutral zone. Stewart quick to get on it. He's going to dump it in. Ref calls off the icing as our boys enter the offensive zone. Isaac Olson trying to pressure. Stewart trying to support. Elk River comes up with it and brings it back through. Fresh pairing. Max and Liam back out there on your defensive pairing. Max grabs it behind the goaltender. He feeds it over to Stone or Isaac. And Elk River is going to be offsides on that. Those are the offsides that I don't agree with. Like,
you've got momentum heading the other way. I get that. D10 wants to see the kids play the puck, but that one, that makes no sense.
Like it
makes no sense.
Elk River had no possession really of it, and we were coming back, but This is what it is. It's the rule. River coming up with this face-off win. They're going to bring it back in. Liam back there to battle. He's going to take the man out of the play as the Elk River player steps up and grabs it behind the net. Max supporting. JoJo Ross trying to go across ice. He tries to find Stone. It goes to Schulte. Schulte goes back to Stone. Stone brings it in. Shot, but he goes way high on the net. Battle comes back into the neutral ice. Cover brings it in, but can't make it through Schulte and Stone. They're going to bring it back in. Liam steps up, is able to just get there to hold the zone. He gets really deep. Stone drops back for Liam. Liam's battling back there. Elk River coming up with this. Stone and Schulte again. They're going to bring it back in. Stone again. Stone gets knocked off of it. It goes to Schulte. Schulte tries to go backhand and doesn't make it. Oh, and a missed read by the Elk River player. JoJo Ross is able to grab a hold of that. Fortunately, can't get much mustard on anything. And Elk River coming back in. And he walks in as Liam doesn't play that well. And Max Peterson gets a stick underneath the Elk River player, and he's going to go to the box for a trip. And I don't know if he had any other options. Liam got stuck chasing that puck, just not playing his best game today, and left Max making a bad decision, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, if you think he's got a good scoring opportunity and you take him down, you don't hate that.
No, well, I think it forced his hand by Liam misreading that player and just not playing his A game tonight. Elk River getting this, and they bring it back behind the net. Kraus grabs it. He tries to get it out of the zone. It hits that Elk River player, but it chips it out. Near side battle. Oh, and Graham Gazzoni's going to grab a hold of this. He's going to send it over to Will Pitzel. Will finds the back of the net on a shorthander.
There is nothing better than a shorty with a little tic-tac action. Graham Zoni brings that out of the zone, has great vision on the ice, sees his buddy, sends it over, and the boys go up by another one, 6-2 with 11:40 left. Now we're starting to build some momentum. Once you get the shorty, here we go.
Beautiful play. Let's see if we can do it again. Will Pitzel with a great block save, or shot out in front. A block pass, I should say. River not able to get it in, and we're able to dump it back into the zone. Elk River bringing it back into the neutral zone. They go across ice and able to chip it into the zone, but that's going to be offsides.
You know, interestingly enough, I drove Graham here today, and I told him that our moniker for him was Graham Zoni, and he didn't know that.
He didn't, huh?
He has never heard the phrase Graham Zoni before in his life, and I really like it for him.
I
think
too.
It kind of feels like a dinosaur, but an animal. Like, I'm not really sure, but I think it fits.
The Graham Zoni. Elk River dumps it in deep behind our goalie. Von Norman's first there, and he continues to ring it around. Von muscles the Elk River player off and he tries to get it out of the zone. Elk River's D able to hold it, though. Puck goes behind the net. JoJo Ross gets knocked down. Our players are not happy. The families are not happy about some of these missed calls, but Drew Milich picks this back up, and he's going to carry it through the neutral zone. He fights his way through as the penalty expires, and we're going to go back to 5-on-5 hockey. And we're getting a call for something.
You're kidding me. Coach Pickett's going to miss another game here if we stay down this track. Oh man!
Drew Milich going to the box. What do they call him for? I missed the play.
I don't know. I don't see any penalty there. And I was just gonna say, I feel like Milich is playing with. Who put a quarter in that kid today?
He's playing great.
Had a little extra juice, and I didn't see that one. I don't get it. But again, then I don't look good in stripes, and I don't know what it would be like. So I'm gonna go with it's okay, I guess, and we're stuck with it.
I'm just in disbelief right now, but Elk River comes up with this face-off win. They take a shot from the point, and Jake comes up with another save. Minute 25 now left of this penalty, as we got 10 minutes and 28 seconds left of the third period. Scoreboard up there says second period, but our dads here playing the music are more entertained in your terrible music selection.
And you can tell by what side the goalie's on. We're in the third period here.
Another shot from the point, and Jake coming up big.
I mean, we just got to open this up here. I'm tired of watching this.
I am too. I want to see the players that played against Champlin a couple of weeks ago when we schooled them 10-4. Elk River coming up with that, and they bring it back to their D end. That same D takes another shot, and now we're getting some chippiness out front.
Take them. Let's take Shelby here. He's going to bring out Elk River on this one.
He's going to take both of them. So.
He is not going to take both of them, is he really? Oh,
yeah, Von Norman and the Elk River player both going.
This is ridiculous. Is that our sixth penalty?
It's up there. We got to go 12 before Rob can't play.
12.
So 12. So we got a long way.
I don't know what a foul is, Ella, but yeah, I know. It's not good. I'm not happy with the Zebras here tonight.
We got Green and Stewart out there as our forwards. Max and Liam are out there as our D. Green tries to win it over to the boards. Unfortunately, Elk River gets a hold of it.
I mean, this
Stewart coming up with it here. Goes over cross ice to Green. He's going to carry it through the neutral zone. He's going to dump it in deep. Play it smart here. Elk River regrouping as they bring it back into the neutral zone. They try to go cross ice, but that's not going to make it past our players. Oh, and just like that, Stewart grabs a hold of this. He's going to bring it in. A shot on goal. Goalie got a pad on it. Green throws another one out front. Liam's going to chip it in to hold the zone. Stewart rotates back, gets another shot. Green's got this. They're doing a great job right now, and I don't want to jinx it, but by praising them. But finally, Elk River able to clear the zone. That was some good pressure, and Max gets dusted there as Elk River. Liam steps up and gets a good stick to prevent that cross ice pass right on in front. Liam coming back, trying to pressure. Oh, Elk River tries to get it up front. And we're finally back 5-on-5 as JoJo Ross comes out and just didn't have enough steam, and he's going to drop it back to Max. Max dumps it in behind the goalie. Oh! Stone takes a shot from far back, and it goes off the pipe and hits the netting.
I think even the goalie was surprised that one hit some iron.
We still got Vaughn and that's 5-on-5.
Well, you got coincidental. So after their penalty expires, they got to wait till the next whistle.
I wonder what did we say? I wonder what that time was when they went in the box.
It had to be about a minute ago, so we probably still have another minute.
We come up with that face-off win. Schulte from the point takes a shot, but it goes wide. Kraus grabs it as it goes into the neutral zone. He's going to go back over to Schulte. Schulte feeds it up to Stone. Stone gets taken out by the Elk River players and can't get anything. Michael Chalstrom comes up and grabs this. He finally grabs a hold of the Stone. Parents are getting really mad in here about the lack of calling by his refs. Ross drives it back to the point. Chalstrom's going to throw it back from the point. Goes wide of the net. Stone grabs it back behind into the corner. Elk River, though, able to come up with this. Jackson Kraus with a great pick. Fortunately, he just ran into traffic right out in front. Chalstrom's going to carry this. Oh, and he gets picked trying to toe drag right in the neutral zone. They had passing options. Not certain what he was trying to do there, but We got lucky. Jackson Krause stepped back there to disrupt that. Elk River bringing it back behind our goaltender. They're going to drop it to the point, but unfortunately it's too far, and they drop it all the way down the length of the ice. JoJo Ross is first to it. He thought he had somebody behind him, and he tries to pitch it back, but comes out. Will Pitzel coming back in, looking for his second goal of the game. And he gets nudged off in the corner. Elk River's going to bring it back out to the neutral zone. They carry it across. They're going to dump it in deep behind our goaltender. Oh, and a big hit, and a hand goes up by the ref. It looks like Elk River's finally going to go to the box for something.
This is going to be on us as soon as we got
we're
possession.
Getting a call for us as they boarded Drew Milich into the boards. I mean, oh, they're going to take a Elk River player too, so we're going to be...
Oh, they're going coincidentals on that one.
Families are getting mad in here, as obviously this game has not been equally called as far as penalties go, and all right, Trevor Stone comes up with this win. All right, face-off win. He tries to hit Graham Gazzoni. Unfortunately, it bounces off his stick. Puck goes back to Von Norman. Von Norman tries to go cross ice to Stone, but it's too high or far out of his reach. Harlan steps up to hold the zone. He's going to dump or keep it out of the zone. He's going to dump it in. Elk River trying to get it through the neutral zone. Von Norman here on the near side trying to hold. Support of Milich. Graham Gazzoni tries to go across ice, but it's intercepted and it comes in off sides.
Well, again, we've got a neutral zone issue here, and we just got to figure out how to control the puck and get vertical in the neutral zone.
Yeah.
You can't fuck around with it.
It's our biggest weakness. 6:14 left in the third period. Got a fresh new forward line out there. Isaac Olson. He loses his face-off draw as Elk River brings it into our zone. Elk River with a weak angled shot, and it trickles into the stick of Jake, and he's going to cover though.
If they want to shoot those all day, go ahead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just helping Jake's save percentage.
Yeah.
Coach is going to take Graham Gazzoni off and throw out Stewart. Puck face-off loss goes to Elk River again, and puck got right through the neutral ice, or right through the crease. We finally get possession of that, and Isaac brings it in. Tries to do it all alone, unfortunately, and goes up the middle and doesn't work out. Carlin stepping up and trying to hold it, but number 14 from Elk River brings it in deep. Isaac Olson grabs the puck behind the net, comes around, but gets it tipped off his stick. Harlan trying to battle. He's able to get it back up over to Green on the near side here. Green brings it in. He's looking for passing options. Goes to Isaac Olson out in front. Scramble out in front, but the goalie's able to get his glove on that one, and we get a whistle.
Oh, he put his hand up. That was in.
Was it? Oh, did he?
Yeah, that was in right there. They found him back at the net.
Perfect. All right.
Yeah.
Boy snuck it in. Who got it, I wonder? All right, 7-2. I thought it was covered. Apparently it snuck in there. I've never done that online training. Elk River coming up again with a face-off win. One thing we need to work on is definitely that. River brings it in, they drop it back, sends it out front. Nobody home to grab it though, as Elk River though grabs a hold of this. Tries to center it again, but it hits traffic and gets pushed behind the net. Stone there to grab battle. He's going to throw it over to his winger. Unfortunately, it's just out of his reach, and Elk River able to keep zone possession of this. Liam sends it around. Oh yeah, they're checking. Elk River's able to get it back out, and they're going to send it back into our zone. Liam grabs it, loses a footing for a second. Liam throws it over to his winger, hits it over to Stone. Stone's going to bring it up. He's going to cut up the middle, takes a shot from the center of the ice, but it goes off a pad. Dangerous play. Stone tries to get it over to Peterson, but can't get it. Liam loses it. Oh, man.
Great play by Max Peterson. Coming across the middle, through the hands.
Get in!
Trevor Stone brings it into the zone. He gets it, drops it back to Ross, but Ross tries to take a shot, but it hits traffic, and Jackson Kraus is there to grab it. He's waiting for the boys to clear the zone, and I think that was onside. Stone had his leg across, but refs saw it differently, and they call it offsides. 3 minutes and 36 seconds left of this game. 7-2. Our boys coming up with a face-off win, but we lose it immediately, unfortunately. He's back out to neutral ice. Drew Milich stepping up to grab it. Gets it to Will Pitzel, who chips it in deep into our zone. Goes up and around the back of the net. Graham Gazzoni grabs it. Oh, and our D wasn't there, and how was that not offside? I think that
got
was
away with
offside,
him
but
there.
we'll take it.
Yeah.
Maybe he was rectifying the poor call on the last one, but Drew takes a shot. It just goes wide, though. Elk River finally grabs this, and they're going to be able to get it out of the zone. Tries to pass it cross ice, but Drew doing a nice job back checking. He's able to intercept that. Goes to Will Pitzel. Will's going to bring it back into the zone. Takes a shot, hits the pad. Will gets the rebound and brings it back behind the net. He's going to drop it to the point. Chalstrom with a great slap shot. Hits traffic in front, though. Graham Gazzoni is going to bring it back over to the blue line. Drops it back. Fortunately, Elk River grabs it and brings it back out. Jackson Kraus with a great play to steal that puck. Milich coming back up through the neutral zone. Brings it in. He's got Will Pitzel there with him, and unfortunately gets tipped away from them and goes back down our direction. Now it's action here in the neutral zone. It's back and forth. Olsen coming fresh off the bench, and he brings it in and throws one wide. Von Norman gets one centered, and goalie's going to glove on that one and get a whistle. Minute 48 left in the game.
We got to get something going. We got to move the puck, especially on the offensive rushes. We got to find a way to find each other and find the back of the net. I mean, we're even on shots on goal here.
I know, and it shouldn't be.
I don't know if that's the counters or the...
I feel like that's probably pretty accurate. We have Isaac Olsen battling. Stewart steps up to grab it. He's going to drop it back over to Vaughn. Vaughn's going to take a shot. It goes wide of the net. Puck bounces behind the net and goes over to Elk River. Elk River going to bring it back out to the neutral ice. Elk River carries it in. Vaughn again with a nice stop. And he's able to get it into the center or neutral ice. Elk River grabs this. And going to bring it back in. Stewart grabs it. He's going to carry it back behind the net. He's got some speed. He got a minute left of this game. Stewart coming in. He's going to cut up the middle, but unfortunately gets bounced off the puck. Isaac's not listening to the coach. The coach is quite upset, yelling for Isaac. He must want him to change, but in a very physical game as Isaac throws one and hits off the post. Goes back to Liam. Liam's looking. He's going to send it over to Max, but it goes out of the zone. Oh, man. Oh, and they're going to bring it back in, but it's offsides. And I'd like them to get his head back up a little bit and make a better pass than that. Now we got somebody down as... Oh, no, disregard. One of the Elk River players was kneeling there.
Yeah, no, I think he's all right.
All right, Stone is going to take the face off here, and 21 seconds left of the game. Well, he's getting it back into the offensive zone. It goes back there. Schulte steps up to try to pressure. Stone's going to grab this. He says center it, but Elk River's able to intercept it. It goes back, and that'll bring us to the end of the game, and we're going to win this one 7-2. But to be honest with you, some sloppy play and not what I wanted to see. This should have been a much easier win.
They're going to have to clean this up a little bit before they get against a little better competition. I mean, this one, I'm not sure how they got 2 goals and 25 shots, 28 shots, but I don't know. We got a lot more talent.
Well, I know.
Than that.
We have Jake in that. That's how.
Well, Jake shut him down a couple times when he didn't. He shouldn't have, and that matters.
Well, we are back again on Sunday against Elk River on their home turf this time. So we'll see if we can repeat this win. Hopefully we can come out a little bit more fired up than we are
boys
today.
Have a day off tomorrow outside ice. They're not going to do it, so hopefully they come back, reset the deck, and get after it on Sunday.
Sounds good. We'll see you then, John.
Yep, see you, Billy.